Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So I just want to update everyone on the latest incident of police state surveillance and harassment against me. These things do come and go. And this particular incident was very minor, but it's definitely worth talking about. So this past Saturday, August 4th, this group called Patriot Movement AZ, they had this rally down in Tucson at Reed Park. And, you know, when they have these rallies, they walk around with Trump flags, they chant "Build the Wall," and to use their own words, you know, they try to trigger liberals and things like that. And so anyway, Friday night, the night before their rally, I made a post that was a mockery of their event. I was saying that I was going to come down to Tucson, I was going to be bringing 2 teams of, you know, Antifa super soldiers, which, you know, anybody with common sense knows I don't know what a super soldier is. You know, there was this thing last year on November 4th, there was this thing going around about Antifa super soldiers were going to, like, start a civil war or something. I mean, it was really ridiculous. But anyway, so it was a mockery, and I was mocking their anti-illegal immigrant stance by basically approaching it from a very anti-colonial perspective, but by making fun of them at the same time. And I even put this disclaimer, I put an FYI in there saying, you know, it's a mockery. They had their live stream going, and 14 minutes or so, you know, they were basically marching around this park, chanting, waving their flags, and that type of thing, when all of a sudden a Tucson police officer walks up to the organizer. And immediately upon walking up to her, he mentions my name, my first and last name, Sumayyah Dawood. And he asks, you know, he said I put a text out saying I was going to be coming down there, asked if I usually cause problems, if I usually come with a lot of people. The organizers referred to me as a transgender Muslim to the cop, which is true. Both of them misgendered me, though, by referring to me as she, he. It doesn't surprise me, you know.
Look at this, you guys. Attention, illegal immigrants. Arizona does not welcome you.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Free housing, free school, free food, free medical, Oh free my God. insurance, corporate taxes, and plenty of
This is a
jobs.
great PMAC.
North from Tucson.
Can we attach it to the trees?
Should we hang it from the trees, or where do you want to hang it?
I think those trees right there.
Which trees work?
Awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
We have rope. We have rope and zip ties.
Illegals go home. 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 Illegals go home.
What is the cop want to
Illegals go home.
Question? Comment? Order?
Lisa?
Yeah.
Can I talk to her real quick?
Lisa!
You're needed. Hey.
I talked to you on the phone yesterday.
Oh, hey. How are you?
Sumayyah Darms?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
Why?
She caused problems, or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why?
She's a transgendered Muslim.
because supposedly she put a text out last night that she was going to be coming down here.
Oh, good.
Oh, no, she'll be
She's harmless. She's just obnoxious.
I'm well.
She, he.
She. You won't
Trump is your president.
Does she usually bring a lot of people with her?
No.
No, not usually.
Trump 2020.
And they know us. So
Oh,
they're more aggressive towards us than you guys, so they don't know us.
Right.
But,
You know, the thing is it was very telling. You know, the police do a lot of surveillance of activists. They have these fusion centers that basically were set up for counterterrorism, but they use those resources to monitor activists as well. And it's just very interesting that here I am in Phoenix, I make that post, which not only was clearly a joke, but I even said it was a joke. And then the next day, over 100 miles away in the city they're having their rally, that police department there sends an officer out to ask them about me. This is what they do. They communicate. These departments are all linked in. They watch social media. and they try to make cases out of things that really aren't there. You know, and they talk to organizers, they, you know, pass on information, you know, and it's completely ridiculous. But what's ironic about this too is their event was titled Refuse Alt-Left Fascism, and it's like 20 of them or so who are pretty much all armed, and yet the police are concerned about me as one person walking up there. Even though the cop asked if I usually come with a lot of people, the post I made was clearly a joke. I mean, the only way I can interpret this is they really did take it seriously that I was coming with 2 teams of Antifa super soldiers. And in this joke, you know, I talked about setting up immigration checkpoints on I-10 to deport Europeans and to build a wall around the park, to basically keep the Patriot movement out. And like anybody with like 10% of a brain or whatever should know that this was clearly a parody, clearly a mockery, clearly a joke. But yeah, it's just interesting that these are the resources being spent to monitor me and to investigate me, you know, and you know, they do this to a lot of people, but they also do it to people they profile, and that a huge amount of this profiling is rooted in their bias. Salam alaikum, everyone.